Hello and welcome back. How's it going, guys? I'm playing today the deck that is perhaps the most powerful of sort of week one standard right after Tarkir Dragonstorm release. It's been crushing the standard challenges, it's been everywhere. Cory Steelcutter is the new powerful card, maybe the best, the strongest, the highest power level card in the entire Tarkir Dragonstorm set for, the cheap price of 2 mana. We see it be successful in Modern. I think this card could see play in Legacy as well. It's a mix between Young Pyromancer or let's say Monastery Mentor even, and Urabra's Forge kind of, because it is an artifact. It's not that easy to kill, and you do get tokens out of it every turn in the right deck. And yeah, in Modern, we don't have to talk about Modern, but in Modern, obviously, that's very easy to do so. And in Standard, yeah, it's not too difficult either. So we've seen a bunch of these as a Prowess shells that play a lot of 1-mana spells to combine with the Cory Steelcutter, and then with the Prowess, of course, all these monks are going to deal a ton of damage. The cutter gives trample and haste. It can grind very well. It can deal a ton of damage. It gives evasion with the trample on your big Prowess guys. It works very well with Slickshot Show Off, which is a powerful Prowess creature essentially with the 2+0 for every spell you cast, and Plot works very nice with the Flurry from the Cory Steelcutter. The rest of the deck, I guess, is pretty self-explanatory. We're playing Swift Spear and Storm Chasers as additional threats. And then we have Monstrous Rage, Burst Lightning for damage output into interaction. We have a couple Spell Pierce, couple Into the Floodmoor for more interaction for various things. Temporary Lockdown, one of the best answers to this deck. That somebody could run in the main deck, and Into the Floodmoor can bounce that end of turn to, get your stuff going again, and Spell Pierce can counter it. Spell Pierce can also be protecting your Slickshot Show Off on an important turn, so I kind of like that synergy there. And yeah, that's pretty much the deck. I'm not quite sure. A lot of people are running 4 Stock Up. I think Stock Up is a little expensive considering it costs 3 mana and we want a double spell of Cory Steelcutter. So I have a split of Rent's Resolve and Stock Up right now. But I'm open to change that. I'm open to, change that around. It certainly feels a little weird to play a red aggressive deck in Standard that doesn't include the incredibly powerful mice package of Heartfire Hero, Monstrous Rage, Manifold Mouse, and Emberheart Challenger. So that does seem weird. So I'm kind of curious how crazy this card exactly is. I assume it's very, very, very good, considering it sees Modern play, and the card reads just very strong. It's difficult to 1-for-1 this thing is one thing about it, right? Like, you always get the 1 token, and then like, even if your opponent has like a Braid, you get the token when you cast the second spell and you have priority first. So if you cast this on turn 3 and cast a 1-drop, you get the token. When they're braided, you still have the token, right? So it's difficult to 1-for-1 this thing. Temporary Lockdown does it. And then, yeah, if you just let this thing sit there, it's just gonna churn out monk tokens every turn. And if you're flooding out, you can even equip it on, I don't know, your Slickshot. I mean, that's obviously not that great, but you still have that equipment also laying around to buff your creature and give trample. Yeah, card is powerful. Mana base, pretty straightforward. 12 duels and then 4 and 4. Sideboard, I took a list from a standard challenge and then made adjustments to it that I found fitting. But yeah, a lot of the sideboard is, for example, the list I took had 4 Torches and 2 Ghost Vacuum. Pretty solid package. Good in the mirror match, good in the red matchup. The Romantic here for some interaction for bigger things. We have more counter spells, 2 more to be exact. I added a Fresh Start for the red matchup. This is one of the best answers out of blue for Nemesis. And Nemesis can be problematic, maybe, in sort of like mirror match situations, or like against, the red deck. So I thought, let's just put 1 in. I don't know. 1 Scorching Shot for Shieldred, 2 Third Path Iconoclast. We were playing a ton of spells, so this will trigger a lot. Seems to be a logical inclusion. Maybe it's even main deckable. Maybe it's better than a Slick Shot. I don't know. like I'm playing this deck for the first time. It's certainly still being iterated on, right? It's in a very early stages. People are trying to figure out like what are the exact numbers of everything where you want to be, and I'm one of those people that tries to figure that out here on the fly. And Iconoclast, yeah, I mean, could be something you want to play, but maybe it's just in the sideboard for now. And then we have Sunspine Links as generic domain hate or pixie hate, I guess. You could also have something like Obstinate Bailoff, but maybe that's not necessary. Curry Steel Cutter seems pretty strong against the bounce decks because they can't really get rid of artifacts that well. Something like Demir Midrange, for example. Like, how are they going to beat this card? Like, think about it. They have to sort of like overpower it with Preacher and Children, maybe. But you know, I think this card just deals a lot of damage. In any case, enough talking. Let's figure this out. See how this deck plays out, and yeah, let's jump into it. Yeah, I guess so. No Steel Cutter, pretty fairish hand, I guess. Sleight of Hand turn 1. I mean, there's not many decks that play Sleight of Hand. By the way, sorry if you, if my voice sounds a little different. My nose is stuffed. I'm getting better, but I'm still a little bit sick. This being a mountain on the front side might want me to play more islands. Does that make any sense? No, not really. It's the mirror match right away. That's funny. Okay. So I can go Swifty. Or I can go plot my Slicky shot. Slick shot doesn't seem that great in the mirror, considering it just dies. Although, you can protect it with Monstrous Rage from a Burst Lightning. If I go Swift Spear, my next turn is kinda lame-ish. I think I'm just gonna plot a Slick Shot. Looks like Opt or Burst Lightning. Maybe a Rage, I guess. Like if I played Swift Spear and I go Opt and they go Burst Lightning, it's also not the best trade for me in the world. Okay, no Burst Lightning. Maybe they're saving it for the Slick Shot, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I assume that the ladder is full with this deck. I would not be surprised by that fact. Okay. Let's go with Slick Shot, then go Opt. Hopefully find a land. Yeah. Island is... I guess Island is actually kind of bad. Yeah, it's not great. Island was not great, but I think it's correct to keep. My opponent's just chilling. Maybe I just... They just don't want to do anything? Okay. What's going on here? What is this? Just holding up removal, Spell Pierce? This town ain't big enough? Bounce spells? Should I play something? Should I wait? I think I'm gonna wait. I think I'm gonna use my Rage to protect. That was weird. Just doing nothing. The island is really awkward. With all my red cards. Imagine expressive duration. In this deck. Jesus. Dirty. Ah. So annoying. I almost want to stock up into more red sources. Like, I can probably kill them through a burn spell here. How much damage is this? This is 10, 13, 14. If I go attack, rage the Swift Spear, I guess then if I rage here, they... yeah. No, I mean, I would only win if they pull the trigger on the burn spell. If this would be a red land, I have an easy win. My opponent doesn't really have anything going on, I guess. I could just stock up. Next turn could get a little dangerous. This is just so annoying with the mana situation. If this would be a red land, I would win the game on the spot here. No, I would lose against... I guess I would lose against the bounce spell. Should I just attack with... Whatever. I'm just gonna attack with both and cast a Rage on my Swift Spear. Okay. Sure. I could have killed the Swift Spear, I guess, but I don't think I'm dying on 15 anyhow. So I take 11, go to 2, and then I have Burst Lightning next turn to kill them. If I die from this position, so be it. I wonder if Spell Pierce is desirable in this matchup. I guess Fresh Start is kind of nice against Slick Shot. Funny thing is I don't have an Abrade now in my sideboard. So, Cory Steel Cutter is OP. Yeah, you probably should have Abrades in your sideboard. I think Abrade is the best option. There's Dreadmire's Ire, 1 mana, 2/2, give it to attacking creature, trample, and 2/2, and then destroy an artifact if it deals combat damage. That could be better than Abrade, but Abrade is pretty flexible. Okay, I think I don't want Into the Floodmaw. I do kind of want the Iconoclast. I want the 4 torches. Yeah, I don't know about the Spell Pierce. Spells are so cheap. Slick Shot is also sus to me because it's so bad into all the removal. I could cut a Rage. Fresh Start. I guess Spell Pierce is my only answer to a Cory Steel Cutter. Maybe you need it then. Yeah. Interesting. Maybe I cut a Rage. Cut a couple of you guys. Just play a controlling deck. Play 2 Spell Pierce. Maybe I should get rid of all the Slick Shots. Just turn into a blue-red control deck, kinda. Yeah, Spell Pierce seems important. Considering the Steel Cutter is so good. I do wonder if I should play Swift Spear here. It's kind of unlikely that they do it on turn 2, right? I mean, they could. They could just go Steel Cutter into Steel Cutter 1-drop. Oh, that's so good. That is actually so crazy good. But yeah, it's yeah, okay, this is a good outcome for me, I guess. What do I do here? Do I just go Swift Spear attack? I think I have to kill. Nah, I have to kill this. But I don't want to tap out. It's a little awkward. Here, for example, I would rather have a Ren's Resolve and not have Rage. Opt. I'm just gonna use my Spell Pierce on that. It seems like I think if they had the cutter, they would have cast it there. And I'm bottlenecked on mana, so I just want to use my my removal there. Okay, that was important. Let me see. I guess I don't want to deal myself damage, so I'm gonna do it this way. This has to be a first spell. It has to be in play already. Alright, there was Slake Shot in play, so that's definitely dangerous. Yeah, I don't know. In this game, I think I rather would have the Ren's Resolve, honestly, than stock up. Just 1 mana more is It's quite important. This guarantees you to always hit spells. But in a situation like this, hitting a land isn't even that bad. They killed the monk token. Interesting. I guess it doesn't really... I guess, yeah. The Swift Spear is marginally better. This will likely re-equip, so... You know. Torture Tower is pretty nice with all the tokens flying around. Very easily a shock. Imagine you have 2 of these going. And you're just churning out monks every turn that with prowess that all get buffed. It's crazy. Alright, put me to 5. Not so nice. I guess I'm dead to this slick shot, huh? Need to find a torch and a mountain with the stock up. Or pray that my opponent is literally blank. Did find that, but... Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna go Swift Spear. This will make another monk, then I'll hit him for 5. Most damage output, I guess, is another one of these. Yeah, I mean, at this point I'm dead to a few things. The question is, do I stay back with like a Swift Spear here? Next turn I have these 2. That makes me... this is going to be a 3/3 then, and then I have 2 2/2s. And this is a 3/3. My opponent's at 6. So if they kill one of them, it still takes 7. And this thing is also... Yeah, I think I can stay back with 1. That plays around Swift Spear plus 1 spell, like an opt. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. The slick shot survived, dealt me 10. 15 in total now. Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, I have 8 1-mana removal for that thing. I had 1 burst lightning, and I used it. There wasn't much decision making there. I had 1, I used it, and I died. Okay. No curry steel cutter. Is it better to just be proactive? Is this Iconoclast just too slow? Is this just gonna get overwhelmed by the prowess stuff anyways? Tricky. Just play Slickies and Monsters Rage. Just go ham on the play. Alright, I'll go ham. I go crazy. To the face. I think the only thing I have... I guess stock up I could have cut, but stock up seems okay. It's just stock up is only really good if you have like... If everything else also works, kinda. So like just the amount of mana you need for that card is worrisome. Like if this would be a stock up, like I already have 2 2-drops, it's kind of clunky already. This deck certainly seems powerful. Okay. I'm just gonna plot my slick shot, I think. Gotta be a little bit aware of what's it called? Spellpiece. Definitely sus what's happening here. I might just play Ren's Resolve and try to bait out the Spell Pierce. They're thinking about it. I don't want to play Slick Shot here because it just gets burst lightninged. I don't know, maybe they... Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Can't trick me. Just really read into the hand here. I mean, I got lucky. Like, obviously they have exactly what I'm predicting them to have, and I'm playing around it pretty well here. But yeah, it's kind of lucky that things worked out exactly the way I predicted. Like copying my mana base. Okay. Alright, I played a cutter first. Then I play slick shot. Then I play sleight of hand. Now the race is on. Huh. Interesting. This is 6. Puts him to 13, then I can play slick shot, opt, make another monk, free, 9, plus 2, 11. I'm at 17. So I don't have him in 2 turns with the swift, with the slick shot. Maybe it's better in the swift speeder. Probably. Yeah, the stock up is just a little clunky, maybe. I don't know. Ren's Resolve, probably just better in these games so far. It's like what I'm observing. We'll play a little bit more and we'll keep observing how good stock up is compared to Ren's Resolve. Yeah, I guess I'm a turn behind here. It's really difficult to play defense with prowess creatures. They're a lot bigger in your turn. Opponent's in the tank about what else to play. Yeah, I haven't drawn a single interaction spell. It's a bit unfortunate. I guess Into the Floodmoor isn't terrible against like these tokens. I could also draw a Rage. That would certainly help. Maybe I was meant to keep the Swift Spear. So it allows me to cast another spell with more likelihood next turn. If I find one with opt. They go phase. Whoa. Okay, that means probably trouble for me. They just have the Stone Cold nuts here, like a Monster's Rage as well. I could win maybe if I draw... It's crazy that they burst lightning in my face. Like, that is absolutely insane to me. Is this lethal? If it's not lethal, it's absolutely crazy to burst lightning in my face there. It puts me to 1. That's crazy. Because, like, if they... Look. If they put me to 3 and this slick shot is not in play, there's 0% I have to win this game. Now, I'm still dead, I guess? No, wait. This can go up to 5, 10. No, I just kill them if I draw a blue land here. And they put me... That was a heinous misstep by my opponent. If I draw a blue land with this opt, I just kill them, right? 10 in the air and a bunch of trample. I mean, it's... No, it's exactly enough, yeah, because they chumped the one that... Yeah, it's exactly 12. No, it's even more than that. Oh, man. Yeah, I can't punish them, unfortunately. But, like, if they kill my slick shot there, I'm at 3 life. Come on. Like, be real. That was just way too risky, I think. It's like rage exists, you know? That was really bad play. But okay, well, we didn't get there. Stalk Up was stuck in my hand for the entirety of this game. I got a little unlucky to never draw an interaction spell. No Abrade. No Abrade was maybe a problem with the Steel Cutter, but these games go so fast. I mean, Abrade, I feel like the damage is already done if there's one Monk made in a game like this. Like this, the second Monk was good, obviously, but if you then spend 2 mana to Abrade the Steel Cutter, that's... I don't know. Maybe the mirror match is just about racing and or Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce seems quite good actually, the more I think about it. Especially if people play Stock Up. Then Spell Pierce is actually
really good in a mirror match. And then, yeah, it's more about racing. Spell piece, I think on the play, spell piece may be less good. Like on the play, you just want to go do your thing. Slick shows seem kind of decent as well. It's good if monsters rage to protect from Torch Tower. Yeah, my opponent just had the better draw there. That is how it is. GG. Alright, play first. This hand is iffy. Doesn't really have any late game. Doesn't have card velocity. Ooh, but can you mulligan a hand like this? Ugh. Maybe you have to? This is crazy if I have to mulligan this hand. I can't stomach it. I cannot stomach it. Mulliganing this hand, I can't do it. If I have to mulligan this hand, that would be kind of rough for the deck. Yeah, drawing a Chivalry, but I mean, we kind of lost the game on the spot there. That, at least that's how it feels to me. That's the downside of these, you know, Prowess spells deck. You draw a little bit too many lands, you just lose. You could go low on lands, maybe. Go down to 19. 20 is already, you know, low. Okay, GG, I guess. That's unfortunate. I wish I had a stock up now. I guess we have the talent at least to do something. I mean, keeping a 4-lander and drawing 2 lands right away is also 3 lands. It's a little harsh. It's a little unlucky, considering you have a 20-land deck and we are 10 cards deep in our deck and we've drawn 1/3 of our lands, more than 1/3 of our lands. That is certainly not how it should be. These 7 lands should be distributed in the top 20 cards, not in the top 10. Yeah, I guess it's odd. Am I going for talent? Talent level 3 this game? Not a land, so that's top 13, 8 lands. Yikes. What the heck is going on? Opponent's chilling on go for the throat, I guess. I mean, I could theoretically win this game if they just have a bunch of cut downs in hand. Or cut down type effects. And I draw stock ups and can chain a bunch of card draw with this Storm Chaser's talent. Make a bunch of orders. If they have a Maelstrom Pulse here, I'm obviously done. Okay, well, can I chain some cantrip effects? That's the question. That ain't it. That ain't it. Now stock up is the best card in my deck. I'm at 8. They have 2 cards now. If I attack all, they can't really block me. I can rage to deal them a good amount, but I have 1 blocker. They just need 1 removal and I die. Question is, how do I win this game? If like this trample is gonna get me anyways, like I could try to play defensively and then hope to chain cantrips, I guess. If I chain cantrips, it's gonna be lethal anyways. They don't have a removal. How much are they taking here? They take 2, 5, 8. Go to 5. Then I don't need much to kill them. Alright, fine. I'll just play as if they don't have removal. Maybe they block. No, they don't block. I guess I could have given the Swift Spear to Monster's Rage, maybe. Yeah. Give some trample. Wait, what? Okay, sure. Okay. Okay. Momentum breaker. Well, that's what I needed. Stock up. Spellpierce Burst Lightning. Oh man, they had 5. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll shoot one of these. Then spell pierce my own spell. Pay for it. No. Do I play my land? Probably not. So I can jump and double block, go to 1. Burst Lightning off the top will work if they don't leave up Momentum Breaker, but looks like they will. Oh, wow. Oh, it's a land. Exciting. That was a little too many lands. Okay. Burst Lightning would have killed them there. Anyways, guess I need to be aware of something like Sheldred. Iconoclast seems fine. Maybe Spellp is okay. It's a fresh start. Negate. Torch the Tower for Mosswood. Cory Steelcutter seems pretty insane here. Like, that card just seems bonkers beyond belief, to be honest. Like, I think it's just the best card in the deck. I don't know, like, just churn out a Monk with haste every turn and prowess for 2 mana is all that you have to invest. And then it just pumps out monks. You do have to draw it though, and maybe don't draw 9 lands. They might have Llanowar Elf. I mean, they were a pretty heavy black version. They probably don't have Llanowar Elf. Maybe it was meant to cut some burst lightnings. Might be sideboarding badly. Just need the Steel Cutter. I think I'm going to keep that card. It's a grindy matchup. I don't have a third land yet, but it seems kind of wrong almost to play this because it's just going to get killed. I won't get a token. I'm just going to take another talent, I think. Talent gives me late game. Like, yeah. Don't think I'm playing my talent, am I? Just gonna use a removal. Let's go. Yeah, I think I want to keep it for next turn. I kind of missed a lot of damage by not playing the talent last turn. Alright. was wrong. Maybe I should have just played my stuff. They would have been at... Like, I guess... Yeah. I mean, they would have gotten a lot of damage. Okay. Do I have a kill somehow? All of these are 4/4s. I mean, we'll see, I guess. Just getting in there. Do we have to cast the Burst Lightning first? Get a Monk. Theoretically, I could attach here for more damage. Like in the future, if you have a ton of mana, you could do that, because this is 2/2 and this is a 1/1. Obviously, my opponent has blocker and things are less, like, a little complicated here, but... They block this, they take, alone from those, they take 11. Then they take 14. That's freaking crazy. The prowess is so unreal. The monks having prowess, like a 1/1 with prowess, it's almost, you know, it's just, we're playing this card in standard anyways, because it just makes a 1 with prowess. And sure, we play this because we can bounce it with Pixie and all of that, but a 1/1 prowess is not far away from a Swift Spear. Yeah. Okay. So we definitely want into the flood more against the demon. So playing against demons. I might want fresh start. I don't know about the Iconoclast. Maybe it's just too slow. What is bad? Rage? Cut a Rage maybe for another Burst Lightning. Maybe a Torch. They also have Preacher. They have, like, I mean, Golgari, definitely annoying. A lot of annoying creatures. And cheap removal. Very red hand. Okay. Kind of want to remove this. I guess Duress is a pretty good answer to the Steel Cutter. Maybe want some more Stalk Ups, Wrench Resolve on the sideboard for matchups like this. It's kind of annoying that this is not a Torture Tower. I don't know how many Torture Towers I should have run. It's just, they really only have Mosswood that it targets well. Annex, okay, wow. I guess maybe they have an Archfiend. There's my Torch. I don't think so. Can I take that back? Archfiend here would definitely not be nice. Taking this Scorching Shot, okay. Wow. You're going low on life. Not a Torch, alright. Going down to 4, make a demon, go up to 6, have 1 blocker. Burst Lightning your face, take 5. Go to 1. Go to 1. No, what am I talking about? They had 4. They had 4 life. I guess if they have a cut down, they survive, but that's how it is, I guess. I was thinking they were at 6, but they go to 4, obviously. So yeah. Alright, looks like no cut down. Yeah, no removal for my Iconoclast. They had a bad distribution of cards here. So the 2 Mosswoods are not that great maybe in this matchup. I didn't even have the Steel Cutter here. The Steel Cutter seems so much better in this card. So much better. Just feels wrong almost to play this in the same deck. It just looks embarrassing compared to that card. It's like this, they just kill. They just anoint with affliction. They cut down it, whatever. The Steel Cutter they can't. The Steel Cutter is also just haste damage. This Steel Cutter. That card is maybe a little too pushed. Maybe. Man, these hands. Some of these hands are so iffy. Then you really like, Spell Pierce looks bad. Ah, man. Point mulligans. I'm gonna follow them. I like this a lot more. The question is between these two, I guess. I go Talon turn 1, and then turn 2 probably Steel Cutter. Then one of these two. Don't know what I'm up against. I guess I'm just keeping the Rage. Fabled Passage, alright. Okay. Blue, white, yellow. Do I want to play Cutter now, or do I want to wait? Yeah, I think I'll just play it now. Lockdown is something they have at their disposal. Pretty good cards against this Prowess deck. Yep. Maybe instead of Spell Pierce, you want to have just Show Up. 1 mana, 1/1. And give Hexproof. Okay, no Omniscience. We still got time. What to do here? I think I just cantrip a little bit. Probably just opt. I can find Spell Pierce as interaction myself. Just gonna Rage here, I think. Maximum damage. 10. Well, I'm kinda all in on the Slick Shot. Maybe they don't have any interaction. Okay. 7 life they have. Blast Zone for my Swift Spear, theoretically. They also need to Riddle this turn. So I kind of want to force Lethal somehow, so I can go... I guess I can go these 3. See what they do. Ooh. That gives me this all back. Which doesn't accomplish anything right now. It also messes with Omniscience, for what it's worth. It also bounces this. What the heck is going on? I bugged it out. If I bounce this, they go to 1. Well, let's just keep it, whatever. Okay. They have to use the blast zone. I guess they can counter and chump block. They either have to use blast zone or counter. If they use blast zone, they go to 1. The one card that would annoy me is Ifara's Dispersal. But it might be fine, honestly. They go to 4 and then have Slick Shot, Burst Lightning in hand. Like even the Dispersal. The problem with the Dispersal is that they could do Dispersal for 1 mana on my Slick Shot, Confounding Riddle into an Omniscience and get me. But this is... now they're dead. This is a good outcome for me. It's like they have to beat... They can maybe mess with the Slick Shot, but they can't mess with the Burst Lightning. Or not with both, at least. They could counter the Burst Lightning, I guess. Anyways, alright, nice. So... Don't have any obviously bad cards. I guess Stock Up. Because it's too slow. Vacuum, Spell Pierce, Negate. Yeah, and then I guess I cut some Burst Lightnings. Seems plausible. Could... yeah. Could leave Burst Lightning because it does kill the Omniscient Spirit token, I guess. But what am I cutting instead? Like Monster's Rage? I want to cut a Threat. Don't really want to cut a cantrip. The cantrips, the 1-mana cantrips have been kind of exactly what I want. I was a little skeptical if you want to run all 8 of them. But I think they're really important. Especially with these 2 cards. This kind of reminds me a little bit of Izzet Phoenix, the way this card... It's similar to Izzet Phoenix. Izzet Phoenix in Pioneer should probably play this, honestly. Maybe not as a main deck card, but as a sideboard card at the very least against like Rakdos demons. Then they all of a sudden have to have artifact removal, otherwise you just keep generating Prowess monks. Alright, I'll play free and free. Yeah, the Curry Steel Cutter card, it will make an impact, I think, in a lot of formats. In Modern, it's especially strong with Mishra's Bauble, of course. Alright. Huh. Decisions. Decisions. How hard do I want to commit into stuff? Into, like, temporary lockdown. Which I could bounce end of turn. Bouncing a lockdown isn't the best solution, though. It's like this, or it's this, or it's this, I guess. Maybe this is just the right move. If they have a lockdown, they have a lockdown, whatever. I'll just draw into more cards. Oracle. No Omniscience, that's good. Could have gone Talent, Sleight of Hand. Attack for free, then next turn go Slick Shot, Sleight of Hand. They have a counterspell for this? Alright. I guess I'm just gonna cast this. Don't think I want to throw out my steel cutter. I'm kind of hoping they have lockdown here. Looks like they have lockdown. Injures or dies. It's actually not too bad. It's a lot of looting. Okay. Yeah, plus Spell Pierce would be pretty bonkers here. Like, this seems like a good matchup, considering how incredible Stock Up is against both Lockdown and Omniscience. Yeah, Ren's Resolve better than Stock Up here. I think it might just be better, honestly. It's a little awkward with Spell Pierce. But besides that, you have a lot of hits. I think Ren's Resolve's just better than Stock Up. There's also Questing Druid for what it's worth. But green mana, not so easy to do when you want to have blue and red as main colors. Bouncing the Lockdown doesn't do me much. They have yellow now, and they have no Omniscience, okay. Let's just opt, I guess. Swift Spear. They have 18 still. It is a spell. A little worried about a second lockdown. Opponent probably just has a moment of truth here. My clock is a little short. I feel like I need to find some more powerful thing though. I could easily find a land, which is sort of unfortunate. Don't think I want to use my Into the Flood more on anything. I could bounce this and just deal them 7. I guess maybe tempo is all that matters here. Maybe the card advantage really doesn't matter at this point because like I'm gonna make more and more monks anyways. They have Moment of Truth. They have a bounce. Okay, fair enough. This card is quite strong in RBU though, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, they have another one? Not bad. Alright, well, I kind of got punished for my aggressive play. I should not have bounced the stupid Fallagy. Both my guys died anyways. Yeah, definitely got punished. They kept both on top. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Slick shot. Kept both on top. Is the second card a lockdown? Yeah. If the second card is a lockdown, I'm in trouble. Ghost Vacuum. And a Storm Chaser's talent. Alright, if they locked on me, I still have these two at least. Yeah, lockdown is probably the best card in the format against this deck. Do wonder what they kept on top there. There's a lockdown, not great. No, I wish I would have taken a talent, I guess. Yeah, they're kind of beating me pretty well this game. My draw wasn't even that bad. Now I need to stock up desperately. Running out of cards, running out of velocity. can't really play vacuum here. Like the lockdown is just. Yeah, I guess you need Spell Pierce. If you have Spell Pierce, this matchup is pretty easy probably. But if you don't have Spell Pierce, it becomes a little trickier. Now they can just put Blast Zone on 2, play a really slow game. I don't have any moves. They had 18. If I play 2 spells, I'm just gonna get Omega punished by this lockdown. Sure. They can just lock down now. Put the Blast Zone on 2. Just turn into a control deck. It's kind of funny. I guess I need the stock ups, huh? They just turn into a control deck. Alright, fair enough. Cut the Burst Lightning then. The stock up. Wonder about the links. I mean, they have a lot of non-creature lands. If the games go like this, the link's actually kind of decent. I could also go third path. It's kind of decent in this matchup too, but... Interesting. Interesting. I really assessed this matchup wrongly. I was like, oh, I have to be aggressive and cheap and low to the ground, but my opponent just turned it into a control deck. So I need to go bigger as well. Talent plus Spell Piece is also nice. Cheap counter spell to get back. Maybe if you have 5 mana, that could be threatening. Now the best card I could draw is like an Opt. And the Fallaci is pretty good here. They chose to not take a card, which smart, I guess, because that allowed them to not have the otters attacking. Another one. The wall. Take the Moment of Truth, huh? Oh my god. This matchup seems pretty good. It's kind of unfortunate we're losing. But yeah, I mean, now my spell piece is not going to be good enough. That is pretty rough. I think I'm getting really unlucky with this deck. I don't know, I think the deck is better than whatever it's doing in these games. I'm getting like the worst draws. My opponent last game had a really solid draw with like Beza and lockdowns and all of that. Lined up perfectly. Yeah, and I mean this I don't know, maybe this is a bad matchup. I mean, I feel like my draw was just so heinous that I really couldn't do anything. But lockdown is the single best card in the format against this Izzet Prowess deck. There's no card that's even as close. And Abielos, you know, plays them in the main deck. Yeah, I mean, game 1 was pretty easy, but even though they had lockdown, remember they locked down my Steel Cutter? I still had enough stuff going on. But yeah, if you draw the wrong sort of distribution between lands and spells, this deck just seems terrible at times. I don't think it's as inconsistent as like Leyline of Resonance Red. Like that deck is very swingy, of course, too. But here you do have Rens Resolve, Stock Up, and you have 8 cantrip effects. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, certainly scary. Like Expressive Duration would be the nuts. Rens Resolve is sort of the second best version of that card we do have. Could be helped a little bit more. All right, let's play one more match. Okay. Yeah, that's certainly the wrong distribution between lands and spells. Maybe we need more cantrip effects. I don't know. Maybe less of the spell pierce type stuff. Like we kind of lost that last game because we didn't have like a Rinse Resolve instead of that spell pierce. It's tricky because like when you have this engine type of deck with Prowess that needs a lot of spells to chain them. Yeah, it's really tricky. Like you can't afford to play many of these type of cards that are not functional to chain stuff, right? You need to have a lot of these type of cards that give you the velocity, the consistency. So all copies of Ren's Resolve in addition to the Star card maybe is the correct call. And maybe not play any oh, this is quite good actually with the 2/1, huh? 2/1, draw a card with Discursed Roll token, you bounce the token, draw a card. Did I actually think about that? That's quite strong. Interesting. What now, my friend? What now? Nowhere to run? I thought you would do that. So now I can Burst Lightning this, or I can just Rage it. Then this would become pretty powerful. They wouldn't get to draw a card, though. If I kill this now. So how much would this be? This would be 7? No. 6/4. So they would trample for 4. Go to 16. Then I have a dangerous creature in play. Or I go Burst Lightning. Yeah, I decided to Rage. Extra trample damage is important. Kaito, okay. Yeah, while I was silent, I did think about what Kaito would mean here. I can just into the Floodmore Kaito theoretically. Though that not... Like, the thing is, they kind of have to stun me though. Which I guess, if I don't draw a red source or a blue spell to cast, I can't... Yeah, that's the awkward freaking spell pierce again. I can't do something nice with the Steel Cutter. I could have just... I can't cast these blue spells here because this is the same thing as I addressed 2 minutes ago. It's just they're too reactive and you can't have too many of these cards. Like Burst Lightning, at least you can shock face. So that one's a little different, but this and this is a little bit more iffy. Bouncing this, they get a fish. I don't think that's really what I want to be. Steel Cutter, maybe that's where I should be? Give them a fish? Steel Cutter, give them a fish, attack for 2. Then I have Burst Lightning Spell Pierce in my hand. Spell Pierce looked so heinous, honestly. Yeah, I think Spell Pierce just has to be relegated to the sideboard. The other play is to just go Burst Lightning on Kaito, do nothing else. That also does not seem very good. I know that they can technically Kaito me again here. But I don't think that's gonna bring them much further. The steel cutter is in play now, so me double spelling will be good. It's also awkwardness with the mana. Like any red card I draw here will lead to me not being able to do this. How many? I have four islands in the deck? 4 basics of each? 4 of each? There's really nothing you can do. I mean, you can play Figlet Passage, but you can play tapped dual land maybe. You can play maybe 1 tap dual. You also do want the basics to enable your blue-red Verge. It's a little like the Gruul aggro deck is basically a mono red deck with a slight splash for green. So that's a lot easier to do, especially if your Verge is on straight red, which the Thornspire Verge is. It's just a red Verge, right? Then that's a lot easier to do. But yeah, the issue is with this deck, it's basically both colors equally, so there's no splashing, so the mana is a bit rougher. You would kind of want, yeah, better mana. Could play Surveil lands, I guess. Opponent's gonna stun my monk. No, just gonna draw cards. Okay. Yeah, I really need to draw something I can cast here. That's not it. That's not it. So I can shoot you and put Kaido to 1. Or I go face. Yeah, I'm slowly losing. Slowly losing this game. With a spell piece in my hand. Yeah. But, you know, these are like the first games with this deck. I'm happy to play them and to see where the weaknesses are. I would say I'm pretty solid at doing that, and like recognizing what are the weaknesses of the cards. Like this whole video, I've been very observant of everything. To get a feel for all the cards and like how good they actually are. And I can definitely tell that it's really, really important to have as many proactive cantrip type effects in your deck. I'm not quite sure what's happening here. I assume they have some nowhere to run action. Hopefully I can use my Spell Pierce this turn. Could theoretically equip my Otter. I guess why not? They might just bounce their Kaito back to hand as well, if I attack it with too much. Maybe I should have just gone face. The thing is, if I go face, they probably stun one of my creatures. What are they doing? They bounce the Kaito? No, they bounce the Talent. I'm just gonna Spell Pierce. I'm gonna get a Monk. They have to tap 2. This will become a 2/2 as well, which is a little annoying. So I can't straight up attack this 2/2 on the Kaito because they'll just trade. This one will die. And then the 4/4, so I guess the 4/4 has to attack Kaito, this has to attack face, but then they trade. And I'm slowly getting grinded out here. I do have 2 talents, I guess. Maybe I have a shot at winning this game. I don't know what they're thinking about here. I mean, they're thinking about nowhere to run, I guess. They're almost down with the rope. Wow, they let it get countered? Interesting. So they want to know where to run me. So block here, kill this. That's your idea. If I target this with the equip, then they know where to run a response. I guess, yeah, same thing. Let's see. Yeah, I just have to attack both here, I think. Because if I attack one of them face, I guess I could attack both face, and then they take 4. Go to 6. They lose one. I lose one guy. They still have a Kaito in play, or they go to 10. Alright, we'll do it like this. They eat my otter. Okay, sure. Block that. What? Okay, opponent missed the trample, I guess. It's a pretty big punt. Mm-hmm. Okay. I guess both can attack theoretically if I want to trade. I guess I'm fine trading. Am I? These guys can go real pretty big. Especially if I take a monster's rage. They will take the this turn ain't big enough next turn, likely. So monster's rage doesn't seem that appealing. Maybe just opt? Yeah. Alright, I'll take opt. Burst Lightning was interesting too, but I think opt gives me pretty high upside. They're also a little choked on blue mana. Like, really don't know why they're paying instead of using the Dark Snake Shores. Is there like, opponent just keeps making weird plays. I mean, if they plan to spend this mana anyways, I guess doesn't really matter. But why not use it the other way around first? Like this makes it kind of obvious to me that you only have that spell. You don't have copies 2 to 4 of Nowhere to Run, for example. Getting frisky, yeah. That might result in someone being dead this turn. We'll see. I'm at 9. Yeah, I'm not close to dying anyhow. We're gonna bounce my steel cutter? No. Okay. They could have done that there, technically. But that wouldn't be good against like an instant speed spell, I guess, which I had, so that would not be good, yeah. Alright. The opt hopefully finds me something nice. I have 8 power right now. They're at 8. They can block 1, bounce 1. Take 6, go to 2. Okay. It just triggers Prowess a bunch of times, which makes them chump block. I guess that's good enough. And then next turn I can equip to give trample to things. They're free cards, and then I mean they could. They just need a bunch of removal to get back into this. Like this turn ain't big enough is actually, yeah, this turn ain't big enough is already enough to kill everything I have. But then I'm at 9 and they have a fairly slow clock and I still have this talent that I can use to get back opt and I still have these 2 steel cutters. So my opponent's... Oh, so I have a burst lighting in my graveyard, right. Right. So I have straight up lethal. Okay. Well, at that point they need... Yeah, they need... I guess they can wait with the discount ain't big enough. If I activate my talent, I can bounce my talent in response. Plus a nowhere to run. And use the nowhere to run, kill one of my guys. And then chump block or block with the Kirin. Tricky. Alright. Oh. They let me do this. So now they need a counter spell. Okay. Made it easy for me. If they had a counter spell and a nowhere to run, I guess they would have had... This game would have been still going. They could bounce here, chump block here. I would just still need to cast it. I could wait with it theoretically. I could wait until I can play around No More Lies, which is the only counterspell, or Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce and No More Lies, I think, are like the counterspells I could imagine Pixie having in the main deck. Okay, that was an interesting game. Floodmore seems pretty bad. Spell Pierce didn't perform that well. Like, yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, can maybe convince me to play one of them, but yeah. Lynx is fine. Lymphomantic's decent. Torch is okay. This guy is okay too, I think. It's kind of medium into nowhere to run, I guess. Should I just run Lynx? Probably. I wonder how many rages I want. Not a torch on the draw. Prevent that Kaido from coming down, although they would probably take out Kaido. But Torch also kills the 2/1 flyer. Optimistic Scavenger if they have that. This seems like a fine hand. I could see that Slick Shot is worse than the Iconoclast in this matchup. They have a lot of interaction for it. And I don't have Spell Pierce to protect it. It's kind of bad into nowhere to run. The Steel Cutter. I think I'm looking for a third land here. Alright, I'm taking the cheap one. I guess I don't really need a third land. I already have Slick Shot plus Steel Cutter. Well, I do need the third land at some point, I mean. But I'm in no rush. That's what I meant to say, I guess. I could wait with the Slick Shot. Could just play an opt. Seems pretty obvious that they have nowhere to run. Yeah, this is such a tough situation. Its Steel Cutter is just obscenely good. Yeah, sure, kill it. I'll get one next turn. That's enough Slick Shots for now. I don't want to play my Slick Shot, thank you. Okay. I can deal a lot of damage here. I guess I probably should. I should have opted first, in case I find Monster's Rage. Would have been better. Didn't Burst Lightning there. Slight mistake. Just gonna take a cool 14. This is the type of game that's just unlosable. I mean, my hand is amazing as well. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this deck is real. We went 2-2. We lost the mirror match and we lost against Abuelo. Where, yeah, I mean, the deck doesn't seem like it's broken or anything, but it certainly seems very strong. And it's still being iterated on. I think the next time I would play this deck, I'd probably play 4 of these. And maybe move down to like 1 Spell Pierce, maybe 1 into the Floodmore. Move maybe some of those to the sideboard. Play 4 of those. I don't know if there's something better than Stock Up. I really don't know. Do we have another one of these effects? I remember there was a time where we had a different named one that did exactly the same thing. But I think that one might have rotated out a while ago. Or at least at the last rotation. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I think it did rotate out. In any case, maybe there's some other cantrip type effects you can run. Importantly, it doesn't matter if they're instant or sorcery. They can also just be an enchantment, for example, or an artifact. This really, like, Prowess doesn't care, right? This doesn't care. Everything only cares about non-creature spell, and this doesn't even care about any spell. It just has to be a second spell. It doesn't have to be any spell of any type. So what comes to mind, I guess, is like Case of the Crimson, the 3-mana Case, that Tormenting Voice, and if you don't have a hand, you draw 2 cards. That seems maybe like a sideboard option for grindier matchups, so you never run out of cards. That could be good against, I don't know, Pixie maybe. Yeah, certainly is iteration to be done. I do like the Slick Shot. I do like the Swift Spear, the Storm Chasers. It didn't feel like it's too few threats. It just felt like it's too few cantripping. That was one of the bigger problems. Yeah, cut some spell pieces for more rents. That's what I would do next time. All right, in any case, this is powerful. The Curry Steel Cutter, damn good card for sure. Hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't yet. I would highly appreciate that. I saw into my analytics recently, and it's 60% of you guys are not subscribed that are watching the channel, or the videos on average. So yeah, I would highly appreciate it if some of you guys that haven't subscribed yet subscribe to the channel. I can only promise that I'll try my best in terms of giving you guys content in return for your trust in me. And yeah, okay, enough said about that. Thank you so much for watching. As always, take care. Until next time.